think they're open on Saturdays. I think so. I'm not sure they're open on Saturday. Let me check and see if they're open on Saturday. It's pretty big. Cool. Oh, bragging. That's nice. Cool. Hmm. Hmm. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That was pretty cool, man. Glad they did that. Red panda. Cool. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Good, that's good news. Good. That's good. I'm glad he's coming back. I'm glad. That's good. Sounds good to me. Hey, Lucky. shit. Never mind. That's not the right one. Extra 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. It's like 500 or something like that. Yeah. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Not bad at all. I can't even remember what I have. Shit. Can't remember. Can't remember what I. Fuck did I do that? What's my phone bill? I need to find out what is it? How the heck do you find out? Okay, 600. So let me put the 6 right here and see if it works. Choose an option. 600. Sale prices are blah blah blah. 155. Better prices, blah blah blah. 540. 540 for a laptop. That's not bad. That's a pretty good price. The original price is like $2,000, I think. Yeah, it is 1980. Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't mind buying that laptop for 540. That's not bad at all. Smells like a winner. Smells like a winner. Smells like a winner. Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds good. Now, what you want, woman? Why you blowing up my chat? Talking about whatever? What's your problem now? It's good to have friends, as long as they're not annoying. That's what I say. In your case, yeah. What am I using the laptop for? Yeah, DJing and other things. Yeah, not just for DJing, but it'd be nice to like have in my workshop so I don't have to come back and forth and just leave the laptop in there. So if I need to like check a part number or something like that. Yeah, of course. Nothing but Mac. Mac is a shit. Right now they have deals on with my internet provider because like I'm a long term because I've been with them from day one and haven't changed and I've been with them for like 20 something years I've been with them. So this computer I'm on right now I got for $600 like cash. You have to pay for it right away and they give you like a big deal. The original price is like 2 grand. But because you're like a client, you can either pay monthly or you could pay for it right away. So they give you like a big discount because you're a long term client. And if you have like so many gigs and so much internet, they hook you up. Like they give you a big deal. So right now the 15-inch Mac Pro laptop, the original price is 1908 19 1980. Might as say 2 grand. And they're giving it to people like me for 540 if you have like the bundle, like the TV and the TV cable and internet bundle that I have, it'll get me the computer. It'll get me the laptop for 540. So that's a good deal. So and they have the new one in stock, the 15. Because about a month ago I was gonna get the 14-inch one, but now they have the 15-inch one. It's the same price, so I can get it for 540. So that's I get to save $1,500. So if I get it, it's gonna be beneficial for me, and I can finally have like something in my workshop to DJ in and to check my parts. And because sometimes like I'm looking for a part for one of my machines or something that I need a tool, and I have to go back next door just to like go look it up, or on my phone it doesn't work properly. So if I have a laptop, at least I can see it like and just bang, just hook it all up like so. I don't know. I'm not gonna get it right now, but 'cause usually Black Friday sales they have it for even less. Like sometimes this place has like Black Friday sales, and they'll be like, "Oh, we told you it was 540. Now it's 430. Limited time only. In the next 3 hours, if you purchase this now, we'll give you this and we'll give you that." That's what happened to me last year. I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna definitely get this shit right now." Yeah, Mac does everything. So whatever I download goes on all the Mac stuff. iPhone. I have iPhone, the Mac desktop, and I'm gonna have the Mac laptop. So that's why DJs use Mac because iTunes. So say if you wanted to hear a famous Filipino song while I'm DJing, and it was like 10 Filipino girls there celebrating their birthday, and they said they want to hear some Filipino song, and I didn't have it. I can go on iTunes and download it real quick and then play it. That's why everybody has Mac because of iTunes. So it's a DJ's dream. So sometimes people will request a song. All you gotta do is search it, download it, and then you play it. So they all sync with each other. So it's perfect. So that's why I have Mac. I have an iPhone. I have the desktop. Now all I need is the laptop, and I'll be good to go. Once I get my laptop, I can DJ more because then I can hook it up to my equipment and put it on like the channel one and channel two, and I can flick it over and bam, good to go. But I'm not gonna get it yet. I'm gonna wait for the Black Friday sale. Should be next week sometime. So I'm gonna see if I can get it even cheaper. So I'd rather wait and just wait for a better deal to come up. Because I know they're gonna have Black Friday deals any day now. Probably next Black Friday because it's usually like a week or two before Thanksgiving they have the Black Friday sales. So I'm gonna wait to see if I can get it even cheaper. The more money I can save, the better. I mean, I can go there right now and go buy it, but knowing my luck, if I do that, it'll probably be $100 less next week, and I'll be fucking irritated that I spent the extra $100 for nothing. So, and they might have even better deals where I have to change my plan to get a better deal, which I don't mind. So, I'll see how it goes. I can wait. I don't need to do it like right away. Sometimes being patient, you get what you want. So, I'll be patient for now. I don't really need a laptop like that, but I would like to get one. It makes easier DJing easier. And it'll make my life inside the workshop easier too, because I can go look up something if I want to. So we shall see. Yeah, we do here. We have every year we have Black Friday sales. Where my sister works, she said next week they're having Black Friday sales. So I said, good. I'm glad because I know when through my sister because she's a sales person. She had and her job is like a big company here in Bermuda. So they pre-tell her what's going on. So it pre-warns us that it's going to be next Friday or the week after. Usually it's like the week of good of Thanksgiving, which is 2 weeks from now. I think actually no, Thanksgiving is like the 29th. No, it's not the 29th. Sorry, 27th. So it's like 3 weeks from now. But that 28th, the 21st and the 28th of November is Friday. They probably have Black Friday sales around that time. It's usually the week before and the week of. And then they have like I think it's like they have like Thursday sales and they have Cyber Monday, all this bullshit. So they're gonna have sales on Friday, then they have Cyber Monday, and some people have Pink Tuesdays or some bullshit they have. Last year it was so many sales that like I couldn't even keep up with them. So I said, "Oh well, I'll just wait. I'll wait till I need a laptop." So I'm gonna wait to find the best deal. As soon as I find out these places have got deals, because I get an email anyway from the company saying, "Hey, look, we got a sale, Black Friday sale." So as soon as I get the notification, I'll go get it. It's all good. I can wait. And I'm sure they have a lot in stock right now because they know the Black Friday sales coming up, so they're gonna have things in stock like that. So I shall see. Damn dogs got the life just laying here doing absolutely nothing. We have tons of them here. They're nice cars, but they're too small. I don't really like them. I don't really like small ass little cars like that. It's not little, but it's just not for me. I like them though. They look great. They look cool. A lot of people here have. There's tons of them here. I think they cost like 60 grand or something like that here. 60 to 80 grand, depending on how much interior and exterior things you get, rims, seats, all that bullshit. Actually, let me check. Uh, yeah, 63,000. Oh, the electric one costs 55,000 here. It's a red electrical one, Class D. That's the electric. And then it's got the one with all the details, the 4 door. It's got the 2 door. The 2 door is 55,000. The 4 door is 64,000. The convertible is 85,000. And that's the three that we have in Bermuda. We have the Mini Cooper EJCW trim electric 55.9. Then we have the Mini Aceman trim electric 63,900. Then we have the Mini Cooper convertible gas $85,000. That's how much they cost here. Yeah, I know a lot of people that have them here. My ex brother-in-law's parents have one, and my ex brother-in-law's brother has one. They both have one. One of them has the 4 door, and one of them has the 2 door. I believe. I think they both have. One of them have a 4 door, one has a 2 door. But it's not electric; it's gas. Wait, I know they have one, and then this other guy I know he has a black one that's all done up, and he said he spent 70 grand on it because he got like all this interior shit, rims, and all this tinted windows and stuff, and some extra like wings and shit. He lives right down the hill from here. It's like a dark charcoal gray with black rims. It looks pretty nice. A lot of people have electric cars here because gas is so expensive. Gas is very expensive. So there, my client, he has an electric car and he loves it. He has a Hyundai electric, like SUV looking car. It's a big white car, and he loves it. He says it's the best car he's ever owned. And I hooked up the electrical for his charging station, so he ain't had no problems with it. He says he loves it. You just got to remember to charge it. That's all. And he has solar panels on his house, so he's not really paying a lot for electricity, if any. But he loves it. I asked him. I said, "Give me your honest opinion. Do you think this car is like really good?" He says the best car he's owned. So some people love electric cars, and some people don't give a shit about them, like me. I could care less. I'd rather have a gas car or a diesel car. I don't really want an electric car because it's still not proven to last like super long. And then if something happens to the battery, that's half the car. So I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna risk getting a car like that in Bermuda. So I don't know how much it is. I don't have one, but he hasn't changed. He's only had the car for like a year and a half. All I know is I don't really know too much about electric cars because I don't want one, nor will I ever own one. That's the last thing I need is an electric bullshit car. So, but a lot of people they have a lot of good things to say about it, but that's because it hasn't broken down yet. But it's not. I don't really care for that type of thing. To me, it don't bother me. We have BMWs here that are electric too, and this woman was like outside of the gate, and I was like working in the yard, and I'm like, that woman's car is not even on. I don't even hear it. And all of a sudden, you, and I was like, oh shit, it's electric. It's like that makes that little spaceship noise. Like it doesn't sound like a diesel or a gas, which I don't like. I don't know if I can get used to something like that, but I mean, I would drive one. I've never driven an electric car. The closest I've gotten to electric car is a golf cart, but it's not. I don't really care for it that much. Yeah, I don't really. I don't really care for things like that. I'm not really a car person, like getting fancy cars. I had a nice car when I was small. When I was small. When I was younger, I had a nice two-door Mitsubishi Colt Turbo car that I loved with all my heart. It was my first car. And then after that, I bought my Peugeot diesel car that's still running out there. My friend uses it every day. And now I got my gas van, which I like, but not really. I mean, I love my van because it's nice to do work in, and it's a nice van. But I don't like the sensors. It has too many sensors. So if you get too close to like a tree or a wall, it starts to go beep 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 beep, like to tell you that like you're getting too close on the road to something. And then if a car pulls out in front of you and it's like you get close, your whole car like stops, like it stops your car for you so you don't hit it. It's got too many sensors. And then when you go like in an area where it's dark, then the lights come on automatically. And every day you gotta like turn off the highlights. It automatically comes on with highlights. And then it's got a sensor light where you're driving along and it's like if you go to a dark area, it lights up. Like I didn't ask the car to do that. Like I'm gonna blind the person that's coming towards me. So I shut it off every time. And sometimes I turn off the sensors because they're annoying. Like you can like push the button and it turns it off. But one thing the sensor you can't turn off is the most annoying one. And that's like when you come to a complete stop, your car shuts off. And then when you take your foot off the brake, it starts the car up and then you move again. So it's like if you go to the city where you got all these traffic lights and you're constantly stopping and starting, that's all you hear. The car shuts off, comes back on, shuts off, comes back on. So if you're in like bumper to bumper traffic, it's probably the most annoying sensor on earth. And if I knew that van was like that, I would have never bought it because that's something like I can't stand. But apparently you can't like turn it off. So, I mean, it's just the way everything is now. You can't really get nothing that's not like that. Apparently, every single vehicle comes like that now. It's like a mandatory thing that they put in your car. My sister has a Mazda and it does the same shit. But you could turn hers turns off. But sometimes, like when you're at a stop for more than like 10 seconds, it'll automatically turn it off. It happened to me the other day in my sister's car because she says it does it on hers too. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this shit's stupid as hell. But apparently it's good for the car. It saves electric. I mean, it saves gas. And the cars are meant to do that. So it's like, it's okay. I'm like, shit. I'm like, fuck that. Hell no. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I just drive it. I don't really, like I said, I'm not really into cars like that. I don't know what she has. I can't remember. It's a Mazda something. I don't even know. Mazda. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It's a Mazda CX-30. That's what she has. Mazda CX-30. I don't really like it. I can't stand that car. I told her I don't like it. The windows are so small. I can't stand that car. When she goes away and I drive it, I barely drive it because I don't like it. The windows are so small. The car is very long in the front, and it's got stupid sensors as well. And as you're driving, like in front of you on the windshield, it tells you how fast you're going. And that's like a huge distraction to me. I don't like it. I like old school cars that don't have none of those sensors and all this difficult buttons and bullshit. I don't like none of, I like simple things. I don't like up to date type of shit. I like a simple car, drive the damn thing and keep going and that's it. I don't need no sensors and no bullshit. I want to focus on driving and not getting into an accident. I don't like none of that shit. It's annoying. And that's why like I don't really want to get new cars and even the new bikes is the same thing. My nephew's bikes are all electronic and got all this crazy shit and I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I like original things and things that are not difficult. So that's how my sister's car is, and I don't really like it. She gets mad at me when I talk shit about her car, but she likes it, but I don't. I would never buy one of those cars. Hell no. And the people in Bermuda bought a lot of them. There's a lot of people with those cars here. And one of the most popular cars here is Kia. There's like this Kia Sportage. It's called a Kia Sportage. It's like a SUV looking car. And to me, they're a piece of shit. I don't really like them either. But everybody here has one. It's like the cheapest SUV you can get. But it looks nice and you can do a lot to it. But I personally don't want a car that big. I like small cars and I like a smaller car, not a small car, but a smaller car. I like sedans. My favorite car is an Audi. That's what I like, but we don't have any here. We have some, but it's all brand. You have to bring it in. And when you bring it in, you're gonna pay like double the price because you're not a dealer. So if you bring it in yourself, it's gonna cost a lot more. But I don't have a private car. I have my business cars, my business van. So probably when I retire, I'll probably get like a little small car for myself, and that's all that I need if I get that far. I still got a few years before that happens. We have tons of Toyotas here, but we have older Toyotas. Toyota is probably the best, one of the best cars in the world. Toyota brand is the best brand in the world. Toyota Tundra trucks, Toyotas. There's a lot of Toyotas here, like old Toyota Corollas here. A lot of people have Toyota Corollas here. Yeah, Toyota makes a lot of good things. They make a lot of good trucks, vans, cars. One of the most popular trucks in the world is the Toyota Tundra. A lot of people have them. There's a few here. There's a lot of Toyota cars here. Toyota vans. There's Toyota taxis. There's a lot of Toyota cars here, and probably the most reliable and long lasting by far. friend's dad, he had a Toyota Corolla and it lasted like 30 years. And he used to like fix it up himself and tune it up himself and it lasted forever. The suspension was pretty much on its way out, but the actual car itself was in very good shape. It was like 30 years old. He had that Toyota Corolla, the original one, a little box looking, station wagon looking thing. I don't see none on the road anymore, but I know he had his for like 30 years at most. I think he said he packed it up when it was like going 30 or it was 29 years old. It was pretty much on its way out. There's one woman I know, she has a purple Toyota and she doesn't drive it at all. It still works, but she only brings it out on car shows. Like during the car show, she'll have it out there. It's like a purple car. I think it's called Purple People Eater. I think that's what it's called. Some bullshit ass name she put on there. So I see it at the car show sometimes. It's like an old Toyota Corolla hatchback. So there's still some here, but they're like classics and they're not drivable anymore. But they're drivable, but not to be like on Bermuda's roads now. Like there's a lot of speed bumps in the road now for like people to slow down. They put three speed bumps in this long strip road where the schools are. They just did it this week, and I was like, "Holy shit! People are gonna be so mad. People are gonna stop taking that road now just because." Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. Yeah, car shows. Yeah, they don't drive it. It's not an everyday car. It can't be. It'll break down. So they just have it on car shows. They get like a day permit just to put it on there. Yeah. We have speed humps here. It's like about 3 feet wide and like a foot tall. And then like it's when you go not 3 feet wide, it's like 3 feet in diameter and like it's about a foot tall and it's like the whole length of the road. So they put a lot down recently. A lot. Because people are dying on the roads here and speeding too much. So right in the ghetto area on the way to school, they put all that shit on there. They put three. And I was like, oh my God, these people are going to be pissed. When they come in today and they see their speed bumps, they're going to be like so mad. But I agree with it. I agree 100% by putting them up there. I agree 100% because people are just out of control. Now, lowered cars can't go on those things. They'll get stuck. They'll definitely get stuck. The the back in the day cars were very low, so they ain't getting through there. I tell you that right now. So people who have lowered cars, they're gonna be mad right now because they won't be able to go over those bumps. So it's kind of like you got to go different routes just to get home because you can avoid the bumps, if you go different roads. But you'd have to go all the way around just to get to where you need because of the bumps. I was very shocked that they did that. Very shocked. I'm surprised they're allowed to do it, but not my problem. Yep. The route that I go, I don't really encounter them. It's just those bumps are in place in roads that I don't really go to that much. Cause I don't really like going over those bumps. Those things are annoying. But if I know I'm going towards those bump roads, I'm going to take my bike. Cause if you go on the bike, it's a lot easier. But if you forget that bump's there and you're going at normal speed, you're gonna know about it. Cause I did it once. I did it in my old car and everything went everywhere. Boom. And I was like, oh fuck. Thank God it didn't cause any big damage, but I hit that bump too fast, and then when I came out on the other side, the whole car went boom, and everything came out of like the toolboxes were all over the place. Everything was all over the place. My whole van I had to rearrange my whole van. It was so fucking annoying. So I haven't gone through that road in a long time. So when I did, I didn't notice the bump. I was just wasn't paying attention. And then I was like, yep, from now on, I need to pay attention to these damn bumps because I haven't been to this road yet. So I try to avoid those roads because I hate that shit because it can ruin your car. Yeah. Well, now that I have my van, it's up high, so I can go over those puddles and bumps and roads, and I don't have to worry about floods and shit like that either because my van's high enough to get over it. So that's the good thing about my van because my old car was low, so I would get into those problems every now and then. But not with my van. My van's been great. It's nice and high, and it gets over all the humps and all the bad weather. And I can go through puddles, and it's not a problem. This weather's so annoying. It looks like it wants to pour, but it's like nothing's happening. Let me see what's going on here. Hey, Tanya. OT. Overtime for Tanya. Instead of overtime, it's over Tanya. I'm doing OT. What's that mean? Over Tanya. Oh, okay, cool. She used to say, Tanya, I want to get Anna. Anya. Tanya, I want to get Anya. Cool. And then well, it sounds like you had good men in your life. Anything I wonder is, did you drive them both crazy that you know, they passed away from your craziness? See, that's what I have to determine whether or not, you drove them crazy. You drove them to their death. I'm just teasing. Or you're cooking. Oh shit. Yeah, that could have done it. That could have definitely done it. You know, that could have definitely done it, Tanya. But because they still speak in because I've seen both of them in spirit, obviously. So I know that they care about you. So it's not because of that. They didn't die because of you. Yeah, you're good. If they appear in spirit for you, that means that they're okay. That means that you didn't kill them. So that's good. If you did, they wouldn't show up. You were like, I ain't coming there for that damn, fuck that damn woman. She killed me with her pot roast. Or she drove me so damn crazy I had to go. I gave my life to the Lord. She drove me nuts. She wanted too much D, and that was it. I couldn't take it anymore. Nah, they're good. It's just the way it is sometimes. Some people don't have no luck. Yeah, see? There you go. I know a lady here in Bermuda. She's my mom's best friend. And she married a man that was like probably, I don't know, 20 years older than her. He had a daughter and a son with her. And then when he died, um, she was still young in her 50s. Um, Actually, no, she was probably in her 40s. My bad. She was probably in her 40s. And she ended up marrying a guy that was like 15 years younger than her. So she went from older to younger. And then that guy was married to her for like 3 years. They never had children or anything like that together. And they were married for like 3 years, and then he had a big bike accident and he passed away. And he was a nice guy too. Both of her husbands were a nice guy. Then she said she'll never get married again. So then she met this guy that his wife passed away, and he didn't want to be alone. So him and her started dating, and then they ended up getting married. And they're still together, and they're still both alive, and they're like, around in their late 70s together. Her husband came to my dad's funeral because he's one of my dad's friends. She could barely walk and stuff, but she's still cool. I know like her family and stuff. So she has three husbands. She had two that's passed away, and she has another one now. And she told me one day at the grocery store that if she knew what she knows now, she would have never got married a third time. And she goes, sometimes you just, as a woman, you're lonely and you want a companion. And she goes, I thought he was going to be a good companion, but he ended up being a fucking pain in my ass. And I'm still married to him today. And her husband is he's on a pacemaker heart now. So he can die any minute now. So that woman, I told her, said I would have never got married the second or the third damn time. Fuck that. Marriage is only once. I would never get married twice. You must be crazy. But if you want to get married, that's on you. I know somebody right now that's married 3 times too. And he's happy. He says the third wife was his best. So I was like, hey, you do whatever you want, bro. I'm not judging nobody. It's your choice, you know. You want to get married, go right ahead. You don't want to get married, then I understand. And some people will never get married. It's just the way it is. Well, a spirit can hold your hand while you're dying, or the doctor, or a priest that comes to see you. I wouldn't let you die alone. I'll hold your hand. I'll do it for you. As long as you ain't got no crusty ass hands, we're good. As long as you got a manicure and pedicure before you're like ready to die. I'm gonna tease. You want a man to fix crap with no sexy time, just a man servant. There's a lot of men like that. Their D don't work, so they're just gonna be a companion. See, they're no longer a depanion. They can be a C companion. They can be a companion. See, a lot of guys, when they reach that age, the D don't work no more. So they can't give it to you no more. So they just end up being somebody to hold your hand or comfort you at night. No sex, no nothing. But if you want a young guy that's still got some deactivation, or dissatisfaction, you know, that's up to you. Lucky says she wants to get married. Ain't nobody gonna marry your ass. You're too old now. See, they don't want you. Once you reach over 40, they don't want to marry you no more. Unless they're in the same boat as you. They can be like, yeah, I ain't marrying nobody that older. People in their 40s normally don't get married. But you never know. Some people get married later than that. Tanya got married in her 40s, so there is hope. You know? Tanya got married when she was in her 40s, so anything's possible. And Tanya probably thought she wasn't going to get married again, but she did. See, use Tanya as your motivation, Lucky. I'm getting 49 in a few months, and I'm not thinking about marriage at all. And I'm good with my life. I'm fine. If I never get married and I never have kids, that's okay. Because I feel like I'm a dad now, and I feel like, I take care of my nephews, and that's all I really care about. And so if I never have kids, I know I have my nephews, so that's cool. And if I never get married, that's fine. Because I'd rather not get married to some wretched hoe or some woman that I barely know and end up, getting a divorce 5 years later. So I've already begged God and begged Spirit to never bring a woman in my life that's not going to be forever. So they said, okay, well, we can get you a woman. You can get married. You can have a kid, your kids or whatever, and then you're gonna be divorced 13 years from now. So if that's the case, then I don't want it, because I want to be like my parents. Be with each other for 58 years, and then somebody dies, and that's it. I don't want to be like married for 10 years and then get a divorce. Fuck that. I don't want that. I want long term, everlasting, marriage and love. And right now, my mentality is if I ever find anybody that I'm gonna date, if she doesn't want to get married and just be together, then that's perfectly fine with me. And but if she wants to get married, then we're gonna have to put in a lot of work. So I'm not just gonna get married to just anybody. And I have to make sure I have like everything in writing that you can't take shit from me, and I won't be able to take shit from you. So if you want to marry me, we have to be under contract. I'm frozen. It's buffering. Is it all right now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me tomorrow? Marky's back. Back again. Well, the weather is kind of shitty here, so I'm sure it'll probably act up here and there. It's not my fault. I blame the weather. Okay, cool. As long as you guys can see me and hear me, we're good. It did say in the corner that it was acting up or had to reconnect or some bullshit. So I'm not surprised. Plus, it's the retrograde too, so I'm not surprised at all. Oh, nice. Look at that. A big ass red bird looking right through my door at me on the tree. Hear it chirping? Red bird's big too. He's huge. He's like hopping on the tree. And he just flew away. Huh. Cool. Actually, I think he's still there. I'm not sure. No. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. He just finished chirping like crazy, and then he flew away. It's a big red bird too. Look like he's been eating for a while. There's some pretty big red birds here. They don't grow that big, but some of them are pretty like, you know, fat, puffy. Yeah, he's gone now. I don't hear him anymore. I heard that loud chirp. They chirp super loud. Oh, nice, Tanya. You're gonna go live. Oh, nice, cool. I hope I get to see it. I don't know if I'm gonna see it, but if I see the notification, then I'll pop in. But tonight I'm gonna go pick up my mom, and we're gonna have ham in the oven with some vegetables and rice. I told her I'm gonna come pick her up. She's like, "No, you don't need to come pick me up. I have soup." I'm like, "Mom, soup is boring." I was like, "Eat that soup for your lunch, and then dinner I'm gonna come pick you up." No, you don't have to come and get me. I said, "Mom, I'm not taking no for an answer. You're not gonna be home all day by yourself." I said, "You're gonna come up here and eat with us today and tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Because she likes to be home Monday through Friday because she gets to watch like her shows on TV. But on the weekend, the shows don't come on. So she says on the weekend, like the TV's boring. So I said, "Well, I'm going to come and get you around 6 o'clock this evening. I'll come get you and then bring you here for dinner." And she's like, "Oh, all right. Thank you." I'm like, "Yes, Mom. You can't stay home all fucking day by yourself. So I'm going to bring you up here. We're going to have some ham, some vegetables, and some rice. I got everything ready." So she had soup for lunch. And I was at like 1 o'clock. So I said, "Look, Mom, you're gonna eat at 1. I'll come get you at 6, and then your Your grandson wants you to teach him how to make chocolate chip cookies, which I thought was pretty funny. He's like, I want grandma's cookies, man. She makes the best cookies. I was like, what about your mom? She makes good cookies, but it's nothing like grandma's. I said, yeah, because your mother, she does things differently. And then your grandmother knows how to originally do the cookies properly. So he wants to learn how to do it. So while the ham's, you know, cooking, they can do the cookies. And he can learn how to do it. So it should be fun. Yeah, I'll be him. I'm gonna watch the football game in another hour and a half. It comes on, and when the game's done, I'm gonna go pick up my mom. So that's gonna be about 6:30 my time, which is 4 hours from now. And then I'm gonna have dinner around 7ish, maybe 7:15, and then I'll probably be live later on tonight. I've been live twice already. This is my second time. It's been pretty quiet. Nobody's really. A few people's been in here, but it's kind of quiet right now. Saturdays are usually quiet, but it's too early anyway. It's early here. It's only 2:44, but it's raining outside and it's annoying. I can't really do nothing. Here it's windy-ish, rainy. The weather's kind of sucks. Yesterday was a beautiful day, but here it looks like shit. And we got more bad weather coming, as you can see above my head. We got a lot of wind coming on Tuesday. On the holiday, it's supposed to be very windy, 20 to 30 knots. And southwest is where I live, so the weather's gonna be really shitty on the holiday. Which I don't care. I'll just go live. On the bottom of my screen, it says ads. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. So let me know if you get an ad in about 5 seconds. I want to see if it works. Let me know if you get an ad. You got one? Okay, good. I wanted to find out if it worked. Because now I found a way to control them. Yeah, okay, good. That means it said that some of your viewers will get an ad. Click no or click go ahead. So I just let it go to see if it'll work. So now that I know I can control it, because I was closing them off all this time. So I had to let one ad go at least. So yeah, I'm not doing a reading, so I can control it. So I put it on scheduled now because I figured out how to do it. It says scheduled ads every 30 minutes. But if you don't want it to put an ad, you can skip it. Like I can skip it on my end for you guys. Yeah, exactly. I don't blame you, but sometimes there's nothing I can do about it. But now it looks like I can control it now. So I let it go. 'Cause it says skip ad on my end for you guys. So now I can skip it. If I'm in a reading, I'll skip it. But yeah. I'm glad I could test it. Because I'm not doing any reading. I haven't done a reading yet on here, so that way I don't have to worry about it. But if I am doing a reading for somebody and I see it, I'll close it off so that way it doesn't interrupt us. It's only right. And I'm looking here and I haven't even put up my I forgot to put up my link. Shit. Actually no, I did put it up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't see it because I refreshed and it didn't show it. Okay, yeah, that's why. I'm like, where the hell is my thing? Okay, yeah, I got it on live chat now, so now I can see it. I didn't see the link at first because I had to refresh. It's definitely the retrograde. I can't see shit, and then there's some other stuff that disappeared on my chat. Ads. It's always some bullshit. Always some bullshit. It's all or nothing. Actually, I haven't pulled cards for anybody in a while. I guess I could pull a card then before I take another break. I guess I could pull a card if you guys want one. I don't know what I want to do actually. Alright, let me put a card there. What's the matter, Diamond? You good? You okay? You sneezed? Bless you. Well, if I had a choice, I'd rather be healthy than be rich and be married. That's my choice. Health. Healthy is better than being married and being rich. So that's my choice if you want to know. But see, you just made me understand that you're the typical woman. No, 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 you can't change it now. No, no, you can't change it now. See, you just said between getting rich and married, I'd rather be rich if I can have both better. See, don't try and change it now. I caught you. See, you're a typical woman. See. All right, Tanya, this is your card. It says, "Respect for other people brings me peace." Tanya, you too. Tanya, it says, "I respect whatever people believe, whatever people want to do with their lives. By respecting other people, I am not in conflict with anyone. I am at peace." So there you go, Tanya. That's your card. Respect for other people brings me peace. No, no. See, that's what most women would say if you ask that question. You're welcome, Tanya. Most women would say, "Oh, I want to be rich." Yeah, go ahead. Me, I'd rather be healthy so I don't have to worry about it. Because being rich doesn't mean you're not going to be healthy. Because you can be rich all you want and have health issues and be paying doctors to figure out what's wrong with you. So I'd rather be healthy so I don't have to worry about it. And if I'm healthy, I can make my own money. And if I'm healthy, I can have my own life. And that's what I ask God for every day is my health. I tell him to keep me safe and healthy every day. I never say, "Please God, give me money," and "Please God, give me some coochie. I need a woman." I never say that. I never pray for that. Ever. Every night when I go to sleep, I pray for my health and my protection. That's it. That's the only two things I really pray for. And like the inheritance that I'm supposed to get, which I haven't got yet, which has been forever. Sometimes I'll add it to my prayer and say, please God, let that inheritance money come so I can use it to help my mom because now my mom needs help because my dad's not here. So I'll just add it into my prayer to see if spirit can bring it faster so I can use it to help my mom and fix up the house and shit like that. So I'll say things like that sometimes, you know. I'll stick it in there every now and then. Probably like maybe once a week, I'll add it to my prayer. But I never ask God for money, or I never ask God to give me, like, I ask Him to give me work sometimes, you know, if I need it. But I never say, oh, God, please let me get money and let me get $1 million, or please let me be rich. I never ask that, because being rich is not the best thing in the world. Some people think it is, but it's not. It's actually a burden. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Well, some women pray for a man and pray for D, man. Some some horny ass people always will do that. Some women will be like, I ain't had no D forever. Please God, bring a man into my life. And some guys are the same way. Please God, I ain't got no coochie. I need sex, please. Before I die, I need to be with another coochie. Please God, I'm begging you. And God's gonna be looking down at you like, wow. Well, it all depends on what guy you're dealing with, but I would say 90% of men are not difficult to be with. I mean, not difficult to get. I mean, I see your point, but yeah, there's 10% of us that would be like, yeah, whatever. Guys like me would be like, I don't need your coochie, sweetheart. It's all good. I'd rather be STD free than be with your dirty ass. That's what I would tell some damn woman. But I'm not the type of person that begs for that or wants that. Sex should be earned with love for one another. It should never be like something that you just like pick and choose and just have it, you know? Well, yeah, I understand that part, but I'm talking about like your choice, you know, choices that you make, you know? Like some people have that because they choose to, because they're reckless. You know, now the people who have that situation, Tanya, I feel sorry for, obviously, because that's something that they didn't, you know, choose to have. But if you're like a dirty hoe and you're going around there dealing with like 10 guys every month, you know, you're looking for it. Like you're gonna get it, you know? So like, you know, that's the situation. Like I'm not gonna ever condemn somebody that's in that predicament that got it through that situation. But no, if you're like a dirty hoe and you're actually doing it and you know you can get it and you get it, then that's on you. You know, that's my point. It's like I never like talk like I never talk about people who like that. You know, because obviously you can't. You know, and that's the thing. Like I don't ever look at it like that because some people don't have a choice. You know, they have bad things happen to them. But if you get it because you're a hoe and you know you're doing that dumb shit, then that's on you. You put it on yourself. And some people will find somebody, trick them to get to and get it, so that way they can be together because they both had it, have it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the thing. You know, it's a lot of different situations that we put ourselves in, right? And there's situations that happen to us that we have no control of. So that's like the point I'm making with these people. Like a lot of them don't care. They don't value their coochie and their D and their sex life. And some people are just reckless. They just say, "Oh well, I can't find a relationship, so I'm just gonna be a hoe. I'm just gonna go fuck everyone that I can." Well, if you do that and you slip up and you're with somebody that has diseases, then you're gonna end up being with one. So if you put that on yourself, then I don't feel sorry for you. You did it to yourself. Because when the time comes when you want a good life and a good person, that person is not gonna want you if you have those things. Or if they don't know and you trick them, then that's fucked up too. 'Cause I've seen that case happen as well. Oh, but I love you. Yeah, well, you should have told me if you love me. You should have told me you had that. Because some people don't want to deal with that. But hey, that's a whole nother ball game. But Marilyn said men are not difficult to get. See, but see, that's because that and women are not difficult to get too. A guy can get a woman easy. Same thing. I always tell people if I want a woman, all I got to do is go to the bar, buy her some wholesome drinks, get her drunk, take her home and bang her, if that's what I want to do. Or if you're a good-looking guy, you attract the women, and you can deal with them the way you want. See what I'm saying? So men and women aren't difficult to get, but for a woman, it's easier for her to get a man because men are so ready to be with a woman right away, and a woman could seduce a man easier. But nowadays, there's so many horny ass women that they don't care. They'll be like, "Yeah, I want that D. I'm gonna go get it," even if the guy don't want him or denies him. Because sometimes when you deny somebody, it makes them uh more hungry to like get you. Makes them more determined to get you because you're denying them. And that's why there's so many like divorces and cheaters and things like that because people find it a challenge to destroy somebody's life or somebody's like marriage or things like that. Or sometimes people get tired of being with somebody for so long. And the only way out is to cheat for them. The only way out in their minds is to cheat, which is the stupidest thing in the world to me. Cheating is probably one of the biggest sins in my brain. Because like if you feel the urge to cheat and you no longer want to be with the person you're with, then just tell them. Say, look, I can't be with you anymore. I just don't feel it anymore. I feel attracted to other women or other men or whatever, and I need to, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'd rather somebody tell me that and break my heart and move on, you know, and that's it. I would never cheat on a woman to get rid of her because that's dumb. You're just doing That's the stupidest thing you can do. I'd rather break up with her and then go get somebody else if that's what I want, and that's what everybody should do. But cheating's like the stupidest thing in my mind because you shouldn't have to cheat. Just leave. It's simple. Just get up and go and just go about your business. Well, Marilyn, that some guys don't like to dance, and maybe spirit was saving you from dancing with the devil, you know. But all because you had that bad experience doesn't mean that it won't happen ever again. Some guy probably can ask you for a dance. Don't let him down. I'll dance with you if you want. I'll dance. If a woman asks me to dance, I'll go dance with her. I'll do the cha cha. I'll do the salsa. I'll dance whatever they could teach me. I used to dance when I was younger. If I dance now, I'll probably pull a muscle or something. But there's women who get rejected. Don't think that they don't. I've rejected 2 women in my lifetime. I don't want them. Hell no. It felt weird rejecting women, but I had to. One was too young, and the other one was bigger than me, so I can't have that. So yeah, I got rid of them both. Oh hell no, she wishes. TF was never a even consideration. You should know that by now. She never asked me to be my girlfriend. Never. She just automatically thought she was. That's the delusional part of her brain. And she was married anyway. She probably still is married, all I know. Man, she was acting like she wanted me. She was already married. And she had a guy that she was having on the side. And she wanted me online. So that just shows you how much of a delusional person she is. No, hell no. Never in life that was an option. She was never an option. Never will be either. Oh, really, man? LL Cool J? Really? Oh, you're lying or you're bullshitting me or telling me the truth? That's cool. LL Cool J. He was in your 20s and we were at a club. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. I like LL Cool J. He's a cool guy. I like his music. I played his music when I was DJing and stuff. I believe you, man. I believe you. I thought you were like, talking shit, but I believe you're telling the truth. Did you know it was him at the time? Like, did you know it was actually him? Was he popular at the time, or this is like before he got popular? Well, that's why. See, he was like, man, these women just want me because I'm popular. I ain't dancing with you, woman. So that's understandable because if he were to dance with you, that means he would have to do it with everybody else, right? So if you were trying to dance with a popular guy, he's probably gonna turn you down anyway. He's probably gonna be like, oh hell no, I ain't dancing with you, woman. Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, at least you got to meet him, you know. Getting rejected by him is not a bad thing. At the end of the day, you got to remember that he probably has like a million girls coming up to him. He probably still does. He was actually one of my favorite like R&B rapper type guys. He's still very popular. He's still got hits and stuff. He still sings and stuff. He's probably like my age, or he's probably my age. He might be a little older. Actually, let me Google his ass. Actually, he's older than me. He's 57. Shit. I didn't think he was that old, that much older than me. Yeah. 57 years old. And he's a Capricorn. January 14th, 1968. And he was married to Simone Smith. She was diagnosed with some cancer. And then she got free of cancer. So I don't know if they're still married. Yeah, they're still married. Yeah. Yeah, because it says in August 2025, LL Cool J and his wife Simone celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary, and she overcame cancer. That's nice to know. They dated for 8 years and married in 1995. So you probably ran up to him and he was already married, woman. That's why he turned your ass down. Now, January 14th is Capricorn. January 20th and further is January 20th to February 19th is Aquarius. So he's a Capricorn. Yeah, so if that happened in because he says he was with her for 8 years before he got married. So he was married. So that's why you got turned down. He was dating and he's with that one woman. See, so don't feel bad. He was married. Yeah, he's 57. See, we just solved your problem. See, now you said I'll never ask a man to get to dance again. See, it took me to solve your damn problem. I swear, woman, what the things I have to do. I solved your dilemma. See that? Now we can dance the night away. See, now you and I can dance now, Meredith. See that? You ain't gotta turn me down. We can do the cha cha, and we can do the salsa, and we can dance every night if you want. See, now you can dance with another man, knowing that you got rejected, turned down because the man was dating and getting married. See, he wasn't worrying about you. See, see, there you go. Problem solved. So he's been married for 30 years. So he dated her for 8 years, right? So subtract that. That's 1987. So 1987, he was taken already. He was dating. So if this happened to you between 1987 and now, then that's why he turned you down. So there you go. It's that simple. See? Now you don't have to turn down other guys. See, you women like to, talk bad about all these men. See, then don't even know the truth. He was being loyal. You got turned down by a loyal man. See? What am I gonna do with you, Marilyn? See? Shout out to LL Cool J, bro. This woman try to act like you was some bad guy. You loyal as fuck, bro. I love you, LL Cool J. See, that's why I like you. See, you didn't sell your soul, and you stuck to your woman when she had cancer, and you're still married to her today. I love you, bro. Don't worry about Marilyn asking you to dance. You good, bro. She says, I'm gonna go find myself another rapper. So you want trouble then? Shit. These rappers got multiple women. Some of them are loyal like LL. These rappers are crazy anyway. The ones nowadays, they want multiple women. They be crazy as fuck. See? Problem solved. See? Problem solved, everybody. See, Marilyn was talking shit about LL. Meanwhile, the poor guy was married, just being loyal. He didn't want to cheat on his wife. or his girl. He's like, nah, sweetheart, I can't dance with you. I got a woman. Thanks, but no thanks. And Lucky's over here reminiscing about being in love with someone. You can't miss nothing you never had. That's how you gotta look at it. I don't miss nothing like that. I don't really miss none of that shit because the women in my life were always an aggravation. And they'll probably tell you the opposite. That's one thing I don't miss is a relationship with some crazy bitch and a woman that tries to tell me what to do. Mark, you're gonna come and do this with me tonight. No, I ain't, bitch. I'm watching the game. See, you don't love me. You love sports more than me. And damn right I love sports more than you, woman. Sports gives me more satisfaction you will ever give me. Worry about you, woman. That's exactly what I would tell her. Because you ain't gonna run my damn life. Hell no. That's what most women want to do. They want to sit there and tell the man what to do every day. Hell no. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just gonna advise you, suggest things to you. You don't want to do it, you'll learn. You ain't gonna tell me what to do all damn day. Those are the type of women that I dealt with. They always try to get me to do shit I didn't want to do. Fuck that. I ain't telling no woman what to do. You do whatever you want. If you do the wrong thing, it's on your conscience, not mine. I'm not gonna say, hey, where are you going? Don't you dare leave this out. You better come over here right now. You go anywhere, I'll get a divorce. I can't be that way. You should automatically tell me what's going on. I shouldn't have to ask you. Because if you don't, then that means you're hiding something, and that means you're not going to be with me any no time soon. Nah, I would never tell a woman get me a sandwich. I'd rather make it myself, because she might put poison in there and kill my ass. Fuck that. You ain't making no food for me. I'll make my own damn food. Yeah, men want to watch. Well, some men, a lot of men don't like sports, so they'll be up your ass all day. But me, on the weekend, you better leave me alone, woman. I'm watching sports. And then after the game, if we win, I'm going to be happy. So I'll give you some happy D. And then if my team loses, I might be a little grumpy. And you might get some grumpy sex. Or nothing at all. Or depends. On the weekend, you might be on your time. So I'll be better still. That way I ain't got nothing to worry about. Or if you have a woman that loves sports and watches the game with you, then that's different, right? You're both there watching the game, you're both there having fun. I don't know, Google it. Well, see, that's good, Tanya. If you guys had the same hobbies and you did things together, then that's great. That shows the togetherness, that shows like you guys really care about each other, you know. So, but me, I'm a sports guy. So if you don't like sports, then that's fine with me. I don't really care. But if I sit here and say if I'm dating you, right, and we're together, right, and you know that I love sports, right, and you don't like sports at all. So and I say to you, hey babe, the game comes on at 4:30 and it finishes at 6:15, and if you want after that we can have dinner. And if she says, okay, yeah, sure, I'm hanging out with my sister or my mom, or I'm gonna go do this anyway, so it works out fine. Now, if we have to go to say the game's 4:30 and she wants me to go with her to her job's cocktail party or something at 4:30, then I'll be like, well, I want to be there with my girl. She invited me to go. She didn't know the game's on. I can always rewatch the game later, or I can check the score on my phone. It's not a big deal. I'll go with her to the cocktail party and just suck it up and not watch the game. It's cool. But I don't want my woman to tell me, "Oh, you're not watching the game. You're coming with me to the cocktail party, or if you don't come with me, we're breaking up." Now, if the woman talks to me like that, I'm gonna tell her, "You see that door? Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out. Go fuck yourself. I'll break up with you now before the damn party. Don't fucking tell me what to do, woman." There has to be a compromise. There has to be like, a nice conversation about what's going on. Hey babe, is the game really important? Nah, it's cool, babe. I can watch it later. I'll go with you to the cocktail party. You're not gonna say, if you don't come with me, then that means that we're done. Now, if you talk to me like that, we ain't gonna be together. Cause you ain't gonna sit there and threaten me and tell me I can't do this and I can't do that. You have to do this and you have to do that. That's not how a relationship works. There has to be compromise and there has to be an equal give and take. So if you come to me correctly, then we're okay. If not, fuck you. You can go hire somebody to be your man. Someone who you can deal with. I think some men to go find a man, and learn how to do. They think they know how to do things correctly, but they don't. Yeah, but that's the dumb men. And that, like I said, I just gave you an example of a dumb woman. Because only a dumb woman would do something like that. Threaten you and threaten your relationship if you don't do what she wants. Now, I'm not gonna say to her, "Oh well, if you don't let me watch my game, then it's over." I'm not gonna say that to her. That's stupid as shit. Because if I love her that much, I'm not gonna say, "Well, sports is more important than you," because I love you, right? So I'm gonna make sure, because the game you can always rewatch it, right? But your time together might not be, your time together is more precious than that. Obviously, if it's something important, then we'll compromise and we'll do whatever. But my whole point is, I'm not gonna have a woman tell me what to do. You're not my mother. And my mother don't even tell me what to do because I'm old enough. I'm not a little kid for you to tell me, "Hey, you have to do this, Mark. You have to make your bed. You have to get your lunch. You have to do what I tell you. I'm your mother and your girlfriend. Woman, you better leave me alone." Hey Maria, how you doing, sweetie? You good? But yes, I agree with you. Some men need to understand how to treat a woman, and some women need to know how to treat a man. It's both ways. Because I know a lot of women that are a complete joke and know nothing, and I know a lot of men that are so dumb that they don't even know how to treat a damn woman. So it's both. It's men and women are like. There's a lot of stupid ass men and women out there that have no clue what they really want in life. They really don't, and they don't know how to treat the other person. They don't. They have no clue about romance. They have no clue about dating. They have no clue about talking to somebody and compromising and planning and all that. There's a lot of clueless people out there, tons. And that's why I'm single, because there's no like decent woman that I've come across that actually has a fucking brain in her skull. And that's the fact. Because most women I meet, they're so confused and they don't even know what a real man is because they've been dating clowns their whole life. And that's a fact. A woman and a man is never going to know a real woman and a man unless they have actually dated one. And when they do, that's when they're together. But you're so busy being desperate and dating whoever comes your way, or thinking that person's going to change because you look amazing. And if you think that, then you're out of your damn mind. Because that shit ain't never going to happen. I guarantee it won't. And if it does, you just witness yourself a miracle. And you better pray every day it lasts as long as you want it to. Cause shit like that probably won't last that long until that person gets fed up and go crawl back in their old ways. So it could be a lot of different things. So, you know, and somebody can just come in your life for a couple years and then go, or somebody might be in your life forever. You never know. But relationships are very difficult. Friendships are very difficult. Love relationships are very difficult these days because people have I blame both men and women for ruining relationships because it takes both. You know, a lot of women blame men and a lot of men blame women because, you know, women always say, oh, men are dogs, or they only all they want is sex. And all women want is money. So they want to find a rich guy so they can sit on their coochie all day and do nothing. And then when the guy comes home, you fulfill his sexual desires and you got money in your pocket. So you can buy all this bullshit. And then if you have kids with them, you leave them and you collect child support and sit on your ass again. So use your child as a bank. And that's what most women do. They collect child support and say, yeah, let me go get some D somewhere else. And then some women are like, I don't need your fucking money. I got my own. And I'll take care of my own damn kids. And vice versa. Some men are the same way too. Their baby mama or wife ends up becoming a dirty asshole. They get all the custody and they take care of their children, and then the kids don't care about the mother or the father, and whatever the case may be. Because some parents can be very independent where they don't even need you, and they can take care of their own damn kids. So I just gave you a million examples about how it works. So I don't want to hear nobody blaming and saying all men are this and all women are that. I don't talk like that. Fuck that. I don't say all women are this way because it's not true. You know. But when you get these women on here, I've had arguments with many women on here because a lot of women think that all men are the same. No, it's just like how I can't say all women are the same because that's not true. Because my mother isn't like that. My sisters ain't like that. And a lot of my friends ain't no dirty ass hoe that do that type of dumb shit. You know? So you gotta watch what you say sometimes because people just only know one way of life. Because you've been around hoes your whole life and you've been around deadbeat men or fucked up guys or women, don't blame me. That's your choice. You're at fault for your own choices of male and females. It's your fault. You made shitty choices. Well, Marilyn, for you to admit that, then I admire you for admitting it because we all have to take accountability for our actions and decisions and choices. And everyone in this room, not just you, every single person in this room has made a bad choice of friends, family, relationship, whatever. Everybody's made a bad choice. It's life. I've made tons of choices, bad choices in my life with women, friends, jobs, family, every lot of things. We all make. None of us are ever going to be perfect. But if we can admit that we're making a mistake, if we can admit and then take accountability for our decisions of who we're with and who we're around, you are who you hang around. That's one of the sayings that I say to myself and to other people. You are who you hang around. So if you hang around bad people, you're gonna end up having a bad name or being just like them. But if you don't hang around negative, bad shit, then you're gonna be who you really are. And that's the whole point in life is to be who you really are. Don't be what somebody else wants you to be. And that's the example I just gave. I'm not going to be with a woman that's going to sit there and think because now that we had sex and now that we're together, you're going to tell me what to do. Do I tell you what to do? Oh, well, you don't tell me what to do because you're soft and you don't take control. No, bitch, it's called respect. That's what it's called. So if you want to act like a biatch, I'm gonna treat you like one, and that's why you can't get along with me because I'm the realest guy you ever been with. Because the guys you go out with, You think you're gonna tell them what to do, and then you met your real match, someone who don't need you, woman. And that's what I told the last two women that were in my life. You ain't gonna tell me what to do, woman. You out of your mind? I never saw my dad and my mom tell each other what to do. They did things together. They compromised. They made sure they did their part. My dad wasn't telling my mom, you can't wear this, you can't do this, you can't go to the store, you can't spend money on that. The fuck you think this is? That's why my mom and dad lasted 58 years. Cause you don't sit there. That it's not a one-way street. You're not supposed to tell somebody what to do all goddamn day. Fuck you think that's not a relationship? That's a one-way street. That's a one-way mentality. I have to do what you want me to do. That's not a relationship. That's hell. That's nothing. That's narcissistic behavior, and that's just being dumb. I'm not doing that. And I'm not gonna tell my girl what to do either. Because as soon as you start doing that, they're gonna go against what you want. And they're gonna go against what a real relationship is. You gotta communicate and tell people, hey, look, what are we gonna do today? Okay, well, I don't feel like doing that. Okay, well, if you don't, then I'm gonna go do this and you're gonna go do that. So we're both happy. Okay, cool. See you tomorrow. See you in a few hours or see you whenever. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, if you don't do this, it's over. We're done. When people start talking like that, I'm like, oh hell no. That's what my brother-in-law used to do with my sister. He used to tell her, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then my sister got to the point where, yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. And I was a witness of it. He tried to tell my sister what to do plenty of times. And I told my sister, you're an idiot. And now that I see what's happening every day, you need to get away from this guy. And that's the only way you're going to feel better and be in a better predicament. That guy ain't telling me what to do. He ain't telling you what to do. And he ain't telling his children what to do. And ever since he's gone, our lives are completely better because we have control of our lives. There's no more him controlling us. That ain't fucking happening. He didn't control me. Anyway, he tried to. But he met his match. And then I programmed my sister to do the same. I said, this isn't a marriage. This is a joke. He should not be telling you what to do. And fuck that. Staying home and not doing nothing, not hanging out with your friend. What type of life is that? Or because your bitch ass ain't got no friends, doesn't mean we do. We don't. It's not my fault you're a piece of shit. And now I look at him. He's fucked. He has nothing. His family don't even care about him because he don't want to change his ways. You are not supposed to be controlling anybody but your damn self. That's what's wrong with the world today is control. Everybody wants to control who does what does who, how you do this, how you do that. You're going to control the way I take a shit in the bathroom next? Is that what you want? You're going to control when I go to the bathroom? If I tell you I'm going to the bathroom, you said, no, you can't go. You got to go when I tell you. You're out of your damn mind. If you think that shit works that way and you're going to be, how could you be in love with a person like that? That tells you can't do this, tell you can't do that. You're fucking crazy. That's not a relationship. That's nothing. That's control. That's, like you said, being in prison. Diamond, you all right, baby? Diamond, do I control you? Do I tell you what to do? No. I suggest things to you. Go to your bed. Let's go to mommy's house. Let's eat. Let's drink some water. I don't even tell you what to do. I don't control you because you say fuck you. I'm doing what I want anyway. See, even my dog knows the deal. I don't even tell my own damn dog what to do. I say, come here, baby. Let's go here. Let's do that. She's gonna be like, I ain't going nowhere. You know how many times I tell her, come on, let's go. She just looks at me and be like, I ain't going nowhere. I hear him saying, let's go, mommy's house. I ain't going mommy's house. I'm staying right here in my fucking blanket. I ain't worried about this mofo. He can't beat me anyway. I'll bite his ass. Yeah. See? She does what she wants. I don't tell her what to do. But I say, hey, lay down, go stay over there. She's like, fuck you, I'm laying down where I want. So I gave up trying to tell her what to do. She don't listen to me. And she's an Aquarius too, so she definitely ain't listen. She's like, you telling me what to do, I'll bite your ass. Calm down, Tiger. Well, anyway, that's how I feel. And a lot of people know me by now. They know what time it is. And some people think that because you're single, you're the problem. A lot of people who are single are people who have been through hell and back with relationships. A lot of people who don't have many friends have been through hell and back because they've been too nice and they're too good of a friend and they get shit on. And people just have to come to the realization that people have a choice to be single. People have a choice to get married. People have a choice to get into a relationship. It's not hard to be with somebody. It's hard to be with somebody that's a piece of shit. And all the decent people do not want to be in a relationship anymore because they've been through hell. And that's a fact. And if you don't believe that and understand that, then I can't help you. Because I know for a fact that that's the way it is. Because every person I speak to that's in my position, where you've dated, you have girlfriends, whatever, and you've been through this situation, even people who are never been married like me, to get into another relationship, you're going to be very, very careful because you've been through it all already and you don't want to do it again and you don't want to get your heart broken again. So then we're going to move on to non-single people who have been married. There's a lot of people who got married and they got a divorce and they never will get married again because they did it once and once only and they're not going to do it again. And then there's people who get married and then they lose their husband or wife by death. And in their minds, they don't want nobody else because they don't want to go through that again. So it's your choice to go through the trials and tribulations of life. Some people just don't want to get remarried. Some people don't want to date ever again because they lost the person that they love. It's that simple. Don't judge that person because they no longer wanted to be with anybody again. It's their body, right? And they choose what they want to do, and it's their life, and they want to choose what they want. I know a woman, right, that got abused by her husband. He used to beat her. He used to beat the kids. He had an alcohol addiction problem, and then he died. And that woman is still single today, 20 years later, and she never wanted to get remarried and never wanted to be with a man again. She did have a period in her life where she was exercising and tried to attract a man, but it still didn't happen. Like she attracted idiots. And then she got to the point where I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just content with being by myself. And she has a son and a daughter. And she does her own thing and she doesn't care. And some people will judge her and say, oh, your husband died early. You should get over it and find another man. Oh, you think it's that easy, right? You think we go to the fucking store and we pick out what we want, like AI, and make a fucking robot so we can fucking and talk to all day? You think it's that easy to find an actual person like that? No, it don't work that way. Sometimes you won't never find nobody again because your expectations of a decent person is so high that if one person you meet doesn't meet your expectations, you no longer want that person. You no longer want to try and try and try and try and try. It's just like a marriage. If the first marriage don't work, you try another one. And then if that second one fails again, you don't want a third one because you don't want to find out. And some people say, fuck it, I'll get married a third time. Why not? Because I want to be married. I need to be married. I need to have a child. I need to go fuck a hoe. I need to be a hoe. Oh, I just need to be by myself. It's your goddamn choice what you want in your life. And I'm okay with everybody's choice. And everybody should be okay with mine and everybody else's. If you don't want something, it's up to you. It's fine. It's just relationships are just like food choices. If you eat tomato sauce, you know you're gonna get heartburn, so you don't eat it. You know you're allergic to mushrooms, so you don't eat them. You love cake and you feel good after you eat it, so you know you're gonna eat that cake. Understand? That's the same thing with relationships. You pick, choose, and refuse. What's bad for you, you don't deal with it. So you know if that guy or that woman's bad, don't deal with them. Don't think you're going to change. Because your body ain't gonna change from getting heartburn from eating shit that gives you heartburn. Yeah? You understand the words that are coming out of this mouth right now? That's how it works. Get over it. And it's okay. It is okay to be single. It's okay to be married. It's okay to have kids. It's okay not to have kids. It's okay to be a widow and never get married again. It's okay to be all those things. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Because a few years ago, they used to say, ha, Mark, you're the only one that's not married in your family. Ha ha ha. And I used to say, yeah, little do you know, I don't care what you think. Because I'd rather be single than be married to the idiots that my siblings are married to. And look who your wife is, and look who your husband is. And a few years went by, and guess what? That person's divorced, this person's divorced, that person did this person was a cheater, and guess who's single and happy the whole time that you fucked up your life? Me. The person you criticized, you are now in a worse situation than me because you married the wrong person. You got divorced. So you should shut the fuck up because people that are married don't think that their life is so great. Because a lot of people that are married, their lives are shit now because they wanted it so bad that it ended up being the worst thing they did. And you know what people tell me now in this day and age? They say, Mark, don't get married, bro. Fuck that shit. Look, my wife left me, cheated on me, and she still gets half of everything. How does that work, Mark? I said, well, you should have never got married to a hoe. I know, but I thought she was going to change. Yeah, she changed, all right. She changed your D with someone else's. Fuck, man. You're harsh. I'm like, oh, I'm just telling you the truth, bro. That's why you don't see me marry no hoe. You out of your damn mind? Fuck that. You're asking for a bad life. You don't know that? You think that person is gonna change? Hell no. Ain't nobody gonna change, bro. It don't work that way. Ain't nobody gonna change. And I'm not gonna change either. So if a woman comes into my life and she acts like a movie star and acts like she's not a hoe, and I start to like her and fall in love with her, and I say, "God, this chick's pretty cool." Like, next thing you know, I find out that she's a dirty hoe and whatever, and she's putting on something. I'm going to be very cautious of what I'm going to do with her for after that. Hoes need love too, but not from me. No, you won't. You're not going to ruin my damn life. But hey, some people don't care. They just live their life. They're like, oh, life is too short. You might as well. Well, that's your mentality. Go ahead. Don't condemn me for your choices. Not my problem. See now, see Marilyn's question. See, look, she admits it at least. She says, "I'm nosy, right? How are my Sag cousin and her Leo cousin doing in their marriage these days?" But see, you just answered your question. They used to have problems, but they look happy now. So that's your answer. They're happy. some people ask me if I have a girlfriend. I say, yeah, I do. They're like, oh yeah, who? I said, my dog. My dog's my girlfriend. And they're like, oh, ha ha ha, that's funny. I'm like, yeah, she's my girlfriend. Right, baby? You're my girlfriend, right? That's right, baby. You can be my girlfriend. I'd rather date you than date a damn human being. I love you, Diamond. I know you love me too. I love you more when you sleep. That's my baby right there. See, she's loyal. She's not a hoe. See? And all she does is eat, sleep, and shit. All I gotta do is feed her. She can't take nothing from me. See? It's the best girlfriend in the world. My dog. Well, you're Sag, cousin. Yes, you said, how are your Sag cousin doing in their marriage? And it doesn't look that great. I see problems. I see like one of them might have health issues and it's causing problems in the marriage. Um, I see differences of opinion. I don't see them that happy as they may seem. They seem, but I don't get like too much happiness in this Sag cousin's life in their marriage. So even though they may look happy behind the scenes, I would say they're not happy because of health reasons and family stuff. So maybe like her in-laws or his or their in-laws are like going at each other or something like that. So I see health issues, family issues, not nothing financial, but I would say health issues is the problem. All right, good night, Lucky. Take care. He said the Leo husband has health problems. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I see health problems there. Illnesses. So if he has an illness, it's causing their marriage not to be that happy. But that's what you sign up for thick for sickness and in health, for rich or for poor. So I would say that's the problem. They may look happy, but behind the scenes, his health problems is causing problems in the marriage. Yeah, it's life. That's why I tell people like, that's like my mom. She told me that she feels kind of bad because my dad was sick, right? And he couldn't really do much. And he would ask my mom. He wouldn't demand my mom to do anything. He's not like that. My dad's a gentleman. So he used to say to my mom, "Hey, can you please bring me a cup of water? Or can you please bring me something?" And she'd be like, "What do you think I am, your damn maid?" And he's like, "Look, I can't get up right now. Like I just don't feel like it. Can you please just bring it to me?" She goes, "Oh yeah, fine." And she'll get an attitude sometimes. And then she told me the other day when we were talking, she says that she feels bad now because she realizes that he really was like, like that, and she shouldn't have acted like that. So she was hard on herself about it. I said, "Mom, it's okay. Like, I said, he's not going to grudge you for that. He knows that you do a lot, and he didn't do much. But if it was the other way around, I said, remember when you broke your elbow, your arm? He did shit for you." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, you're right. He did." I said, he washed the dishes. He helped you. He did his part. And even though he was sick, he still tried to help you. She goes, "Yeah, I understand." So I always try to make the other person understand that if it was the opposite way, they did help at some point. And then she was like, she felt bad, but I reassured her that, he wouldn't feel that way about her like that. And I said, "Look, he never demanded you to get nothing. He just said, can you do it?" That's why I love my parents because they never disrespected each other. I never saw them disrespect each other at all. Never. They would have their little, bullshit, like, disagreements or something, but nothing like where she would pick up something and tell them fuck off. They never even swore. I've sweared more for them together in their whole life. But yeah, they don't swear. I never heard them say fuck. I never heard them swear at each other or disrespect each other ever. Like that's why like I was brought up in a good home and by good parents, even though they were too strict and too annoying, with protecting us too much. But I understand that now that they did that for a reason, so we can be better children and better people, obviously. And that's why my nephews came out the way they did because they're not like that. So it comes with the foundation of the family. If your parents are decent, then you end up becoming decent pretty much. But that's not necessarily always the case because I've seen people come from broken homes and become like amazing people, where they learn or they don't want to be like their parents and they become the best version of what their parents wish they were. So, it works many ways, it all depends on how it is. Some people can have shitty parents and end up becoming really good people and not being like their parents. It's like me. I'm like my parents in a respectful way. I respect people and I respect like, a person that I'm going out with or I respect my friends and stuff. I've never like been a disrespectful type of person because I don't want to disrespect nobody unless they're disrespecting me. Then we're gonna have a problem. But I'm not gonna outright start trouble and be an asshole like for just to be an asshole, like because I learned that from my parents. But one thing my parents and I don't have in common is, to a certain extent, is I always wanted to be, you know, um, independent and by myself, like have my own business. I always took risks. I have I have many talents that I capitalize on. I have hobbies. I do things that I'm not scared to do, where my parents are scared to evolve. They were scared to be more than they really wanted to be. Where me, I'm nothing like that. And my brother's the same way. He's more like my parents. He worries. He doesn't want to be more than he is. He's scared to make a better life. He's scared to be better. He's scared to do this. But my older sister, she's a school teacher, but she's still not, she still doesn't have like, she's more like my parents too, whereas she's had that job for 20 something years and she's never evolved. She just, is a regular teacher. She doesn't want to be a principal. She doesn't want to be like the head teacher, even though she's been there for years. But if someone else gets it and she doesn't, and then like her whole life changes, like, and she's a nervous wreck. Where me and my youngest sister, we've always progressed in everything we did. And my sister, she always wants to be promoted to the next level like me. Everywhere I went, I wanted to be on the top. I wanted to be the boss. I wanted to be like, learn. The more I learned, the more I earned. That was always my mentality. So even though my parents weren't like that and my other siblings aren't like that, me and my sister are. Like, we want to be the best in what we do. We want to be good at multiple things. We're not scared. We're going to take that risk. If we fail, we know it's not meant for us. Whereas, my parents are never been that way. But my parents like are proud of us, because we made it and we did good things and we want to do things that they didn't do or couldn't do or didn't feel like doing. So it all depends on your mentality at the end of the day. You don't have to have shitty parents or good parents to be who you really need to be. It's up to you. You have to control what you want to do and what and where you want to go in life. Your parents are just your foundation to get you to the adulthood. So once you reach 18, your parents should no longer, have control of your life. You need to take control of your life and be the adult you need to be. But if you're like, not, then that's going to be probably an issue in some ways, obviously. But it's really up to you. I have great parents, but they never motivated me to be who I am today. Hell no. They were my biggest critics, and that their criticism of me helped me be who I am. So their reverse psychology made me, want to prove to them that I'm going to do it and I will, even though you said I can't and you don't have confidence in me and you're not encouraging me. You're not even helping me get to where I need to be, but I'm going to show you I am. And then that's what I did. So my parents helped me in different ways. Their negativity built my positivity, you know? By them saying I can't, I said, well, watch me, I will. And that's what happened. So that's how it is. Sometimes your parents can be bad, but turn you into your best version. And sometimes your parents could be very encouraging and nice and like build your momentum and build your courage, but you still might not go nowhere. You still might just be a regular, job person because you personally didn't want to take the next step. Your parents can encourage you. I can encourage everybody in here to do something, but it's up to you. I'm the first person to encourage you to do something and tell you, yes, please do it. Be the best version of you. Go for it. If somebody comes in here and says, you think I should do this? Yeah, sure. Go for it. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm going to tell you go for it, sure. It's up to you. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, how did JG think and feel about me as an artist? Did he think I was good? Well, you're an artist? What do you mean, like a drawing artist or like a singer? What type of artist are you? Well, I'm getting that this JG person didn't think that he was going to gain anything from you as an artist. He actually feared that if he would have put time and effort into you that you weren't going to meet his needs or what he was really wanting you to be. So he would think that you might have been like, somebody who did it for a little while and wasn't really serious and he wasn't going to have a longevity situation as you as an artist. He didn't think that you'll be a longevity artist. And he also thought that by dealing with you, it could have caused problems for him, or maybe he would have been like having obstacles and facing adversity if he were to pursue you as an artist or thought that you were any or thought that you were good enough. So I would say he felt like it was a risk for you to be an artist for around him, or like if he were to like give you an honest opinion. I would say that he didn't think you were that good. He probably thought that you were okay. I don't really get like too much praise from this guy towards you. And I think that this person, the reason for that is because this person had really high standards. Because they show up to me as the King of Swords, which is somebody who knows that what they want and how they feel, and if it's not almost perfect, then they don't want it. So I would say that they probably thought that it was unknown to them about what you were gonna be. They probably didn't think you was as good as what they wanted you to be. Or they probably didn't have the faith in you or fear that you wasn't gonna be that great. So I don't get too much like, that type of feeling that he actually liked you as an artist or thought you were going anywhere as an artist. That's a difficult that's a very difficult, being an artist is very difficult because you know, if you're talking about an artist as a singer, then I would say that that's the most difficult thing to do because your reign as an artist can be long or it could be very short. And if you don't have like the full blown following, um, creativity, you know, catchy shit, that makes people want your stuff, then it ain't gonna work. And that's why there's a million one hit wonders in the world. There's that one person you'd be like, oh, they only had that one song and that's it. Because that's all you were meant for was that one thing. And DJing, I know that that's very difficult because there's a lot of artists out there that I criticize all the time. I'm like, this shit is ass. I don't even want to listen to this crap anymore. Or, hey, this person made this one song and that's it. You never hear it again. Or, hey, one thing about this song, it was their only hit, but it was fucking amazing. So it's either hit or miss. There's a fear in artists that they're not going to make it. But the thing is, it's like now it's even worse because you have a lot more criticism out there of you and you have a lot more ears to listen. Back then, it was like, not too many people. So it's like, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, cool. And then next thing you know, it's fucking garbage. And then it's a hit for about 2 months. And then after that, nobody cares about you anymore. But there is artists out there that are still going today for years and years and years, and they can sing their hit songs everywhere they go, and people are gonna sing them. It's very difficult, though. That's for sure. It's very very difficult. In Bermuda, it's definitely difficult because Bermudians love old music. They don't really listen to new shit. New shit is not like what people want. They want old, oldie goldie hits. And a lot of people love new music like me. I love new music. But I also like my old music too. But if it's new, then I'll listen to it. And if I like it, I'll probably only like it for a bit. But the old classics, they go on, they live forever. And I'll give you the best example for that. Bob Marley. Bob Marley, all his music will never die. People still sing Bob Marley's music till today. It's on commercials, it's on shows, movies, it's on the radio every day. And he's been dead for years. And his music still lives till today as some of the best music in the world. And that guy's music will forever live for generations and generations and generations. That's one example I can give you of an artist that will never die even though they're dead. That's one person, their music will never ever die. And everyone in the world knows it. That's the best artist. You know why? Because he was born on February 6th, just like me. All right, I gotta go, guys, because Diamond's trying to get up, and it's her dinner time, and I'm gonna go watch the game in about half an hour. I've been on here for like 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna get going, but I will be back later on. All right, guys, I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'll be back though. I'll be back later.